Hello everyone, we are Sinfeng Senior High School students. Our topic is High School Student View on Same-Sex Issue. Our girls' number are Gina, Sharon, Irene, and Anselina. Our topic is divided into 6 parts. The first is introduction. The second is summary. The third is relevance to causes. The fourth is methodology. The fifth is finding and discussion. And the last is conclusion. And now, Gina will presenting a part of introduction and summary.
I'm Gina. I'm going to talk about introduction and summary. The introduction is divided into the 4 parts. The first is background, which contains 4 points. We watch European and American TV shows, and we look into the fields of high school students about same-sex. The next is motivation, which contains 2 points, and we think the most important thing is we'll focus on social condition. And that is our purpose for this topic. We would like to realize homosexual orientation in school, even in this generation, and understand what high school students feel on this issue. Lastly, we use 2 questions to make up our questionnaire. In the past, everyone generally thinks that the ideal love was 1 man and 1 woman. But now there are a lot of ways to have relationship. Next, let's move on to relevance to courses, and Irene will talk about for this topic.
I'm Irene. I'm going to talk about relevance to courses. We learn about same-sex from civic class and health education. During civic class, we have 3 points about this topic. The first is misunderstanding and disputes. Second is realize different ethnic groups. Lastly is thought of expressing love. Health education also has 3 points. One is learn psychological and biological difference. Second is homosexuality is a sin. And the last one is inner self-thinking. Our methodology is to use questionnaire. Our questionnaire is about relationship drama and student view. We received 110 responses from high school students, among 72 girls and 38 boys. I've talked about our learning courses. Now let's move on to the most important part, finding and discussion. And Sharon will talk about this part.
I'm Sharon. I will talk about the first part of findings and discussion. In this part, there are 3 questions. First, what factors do you think cause self-identification problems? Second, what factors make them deliberately hate themselves? And lastly, do you think it is necessary to explain this to your best friends at the first time? The above are the first part. The next part will be presented by 2 presenters, Irene and Selena. So let's welcome them.
I'm Irene. I will present finding and discussion part 2. This part is about high school students' thought on same-sex issue. There are 6 questions, and let's start with the first question. How would high school students think or react if their friends came out too? There are 80% respondents who accept and support senior high school students coming out. It can be seen that most high school students have a positive view of high school students come out of the closet. The second question is, what would you think or react if your friend came out too? The most of the respondents will encourage and support them to come out. And the second, most people will not have negative reaction. And Selena will continue to introduce the next question.
I'm Selena. I will continue the part of finding and discussion. The third question is, what do you think is the reason for homosexual people come out? The majority of people think the personal decision is the most important thinking. It accounts 51%. And the list of people think they were coming out due to being forced. is account 4%. The next question is, if your peer is discriminated against or bullied because he or she comes out, will you help him or her? The majority of people were willing to help a peer who faced discrimination or bullying after coming out, with only a few individuals refused to do so. According to this question, there are 2 extending questions and they are multiple choice questions. The first question is, what kind of help do you think you will give them? The majority of respondents show a tendency to provide encouragement and companionship, with the second highest responses indicate a preference for involving school or teachers to handle this issue. And these people mention their intention to accompany them to participate in same-sex community and activities. And the last question is, what kind of help do you think schools should give them? The respondents consider schools should provide counseling service, the knowledge about homosexuality, and a channel for understanding same-sex group and events to make all students aware the importance of a same-sex issue in today's society. Now, let's move on to the conclusions, and Sharon will talk about these parts.
The final part is conclusion. Nowadays, same-sex groups play an important part in our society. It leads to the diverse cultures around the world. Therefore, it is necessary to understand and care about them. Based on our survey, we can find that the majority of students think accompany and give them support is important. However, some students still keep traditional attitudes and have a conservative belief in this issue as well. Although this is a much discussed topic, it is a very significant breakthrough in our society. All the above is our presentations. Thank you.